What's going on, guys? Name's Burke. I'm a tech for Paradox Customs. So today we'll be going over the Apex settings for what are the best in-game settings for Apex and kind of what they are and what they do and what to use. So this would be after the optimization. So we'll run through the settings real quick and things to look out for and things like that. So to start with, resolution, right? Native would be 1920 by 1080. And brightness is kind of a personal preference. Field of view, this should actually be on 103. So I put mine on 103 every game because I play a ton of Valorant, and that's the FOV in Valorant. And I also find that like 100 to 110 is like the sweet spot in terms of not being too zoomed out, but also right like not being too zoomed in, and so you can see around you, and it's just comfortable for me. One thing I did want to note upon was the controller input latency. Hopefully we'll look at the screenshots I took of the things that I could find in terms of its like validity. It does seem to be a common thing that everyone talks about, that above 144 FPS, you get input lag with your controller if you have it plugged into your PC. I also saw another post that it was someone's like GPU usage percentage, and that was causing it, which definitely would cause it if your GPU is running at 100%. Then obviously it's full, the queue is full, so any information coming in and processing information is going to be lower. But let's get back to the settings. So things to note upon: VSync, bad; higher input latency, smoother gameplay. It is personal preference, but I'd recommend disabling it. NVIDIA Reflex, most people I would say probably have it enabled. You don't want it on plus boost because plus boost is in your NVIDIA control panel. If you have an NVIDIA card, is prefer maximum performance, and so what that'll actually end up doing is being double positive. And then going down, anti-aliasing. So this is post-processing, takes a hit to performance for sure. I like to put my texture streaming budget on 6 gigabytes of VRAM and not the full thing, obviously, while recording or streaming or doing anything else with your GPU. Even having Chrome open with GPU acceleration, watching Twitch, things like that. Probably leave a little bit extra buffer. Texture filtering, bilinear, ambient occlusion. So this is a big one. Definitely have the statistics for low, medium, and high that we'll be able to put up. These two don't make a huge difference, but I'd definitely say low. Spot shadow detail. Again, this could be for more of a visual quality though, so I'd mess around with this and see what you prefer. Again, the biggest thing is that you are sitting above your refresh rate. If you're not playing on controller, if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, that you're sitting above your refresh rate with FPS. So right, if you have a 165 hertz monitor, you want to be above 165. I'd say 165 to like 180. Realistically 180, so that right G-Sync doesn't kick in below that if you have it on your control panel, or right, you always want to be getting the maximum output of your refresh rate. And then these two disabled for sure. And then model detail, actually, the interesting thing about these is I found a lot better performance on medium than I did on low and or high. And I don't know if that, I mean, I ran like aggregate tests, so for like 4 to 5 runs mixed into one, averaged out versus each other, and for some reason medium seemed to work a lot better than high, or sorry, low. It actually gave better FPS output. But we'll go in a game right now and then see what the performance is like now that you guys have all the settings, and we'll be back in a second. that should pretty much wrap up all of the settings and such. I'll just open them up one more time just so they're up on the screen. If you want to take a screenshot, pause the video. Again, if you go to the Discord down below, go to the Apex tab, there'll be this and way more information, and you can go through any of the testing that I've done. It's all linked down there. But yeah, it's been Burke with Paradox Customs, and you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Peace.